Scarpins Avenue.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sklar Country, the virus edition, aka those pandy pods.
AKA two birthday boys, not a lot of noise.
AKA forget that Lothario chap and his scenario of crap with the Sklar Brothers chat on the stereo app. That is Mike Huddletron, aka Huddleston, aka Old Zealand. It is our birthday today. It's Jay's birthday. Happy birthday to
Thank you. 365 days till Randy's birthday. We can wait.
I'll wait, guys.
We alternate years, by the way. I don't know if you got that.
We are working on our birthday. That is how crazy it is. We're trying to get out in front of these stories, which is both good and bad, because as we sit here now, this is the first time we've had a chance to do news stories since
before the runoff election.
Yep.
Before
the Capitol storming,
the insurrection.
So
I think
many times we kept saying, like, democracy could be over by the time we're doing this. So if that happens, we apologize that we're not acknowledging it because we're recording this ahead of time.
So, and we'll be now recording this before the inauguration. So we have no idea what's going to happen.
Well, no, the inauguration is on the 20th. This will drop on the 18th.
Right. But we're going to record a bunch.
Yeah, so exactly. That's
the next few that we do, we're going to record through inauguration. So we won't know what fresh hell will descend upon us.
We can only predict that it's going to be a domestic terrorist thing, and it's just going to be terrible.
So, but we could have never predicted. I think our prediction, which Huddletron posted, was that I personally thought that the Democrats would lose both runoff elections. They won both. But I did predict also that the election results would be certified for President of the United States, and they were. I kind of missed out on the fact that people would storm the Capitol and act like assholes to the highest degree.
Terrible. And the videos are insane.
And new videos are coming out at all times. It's terrifying. It's upsetting.
There's so many reasons why it's upsetting. It's upsetting because of how they were instigated by the president. It's upsetting because the police, there are a lot of friendly people within the guardrails that would protect you that allowed this to happen. And it just is an assault on our democracy. It felt like we were watching a third world country go down.
Madness. Total madness.
Coup, straight
and could
up.
have 100% been
a
avoided.
million times worse. I mean, it's amazing.
Could have been a million times worse, and also could have been avoided 100%.
Exactly. So under that, guys, we understand that what we're talking about here is just giving you a chance to escape from that and not have to deal with it. There's plenty of time in your day to deal with how totally messed up our country is and how totally messed up everything is right now. I hope that as we move forward, we'll move past it a little bit and get the right people in place to, put forth the correct way to distribute the vaccine, the correct way to, distribute stimulus checks and things that can help you moving forward, and then put policy in there, because we now have the Senate as well as the House and the executive branch. We have an opportunity to maybe write laws that can help people with college debt and all those other things, and we can get that done maybe in the first 18 months. So I hope that all happens.
Yes.
And we look forward to that moving forward. Plus, we have the excitement of the fact that we are writing the scripts of our animated Dumb People Town for Amazon. It's not a pickup. We can't announce it as such, but we are excited that we're diving into that work right now. So all of that is moving forward. That's what it is. But in the meantime, we're going to still try and do this show.
Yes.
And we're going to still try and bring you stories that to us make us laugh, that are relevant to what's going on in the pandemic.
Correct.
And here we go. We've got one right now.
Yeah. I can't imagine what it would be like to run from the law.
I mean, I guess all you have to do is storm the Capitol building and then post pictures of that online.
And then steal a lectern, and then I guess you find out.
Break into the federal building with the intent of hurting people and the political process. That's it.
Right.
In a riot that kills a few people, damages property.
As well as damage, as we mentioned before, all of our faith in democracy, or that democracy can hold up against it. Now, this is the stress test on it. And that's what we've got.
Well, that's the thing. And then post videos of it online, and,
recognizable videos of yourself boasting on Instagram, on Facebook.
It's too much. If you did it, pictures or it didn't happen. That is the thing now with insurrections.
Then I guess at that point you start
Can you
running?
imagine pictures or it didn't happen with the insurrection?
Proof, bro. Then, I guess
I don't have any advice for these people, by the way, because I want them all to get caught and prosecuted to the full extent of the law and get thrown in jail. Lives ruined, livelihoods taken away. I hope it was worth it.
Yeah.
But I wonder if any of these people, since they were stupid enough to go ahead and do this in the first place, Jay, would do what this next guy in the next story did.
Maybe
everyone in the Capitol will bring a class action suit against the president. I doubt that'll ever happen.
Blame him for inciting
Exactly. All of his followers name him as the responsible party to start this whole thing. That would be amazing.
Could happen.
I'd be willing to trade that for lighter sentences for these people.
Yeah.
Well, at any rate, start checking crocodile-infested mangroves for naked dudes hanging out, because maybe that's the new how I avoid getting caught.
How I Met Your Mother, too.
And that's right. And I know that didn't happen in relation to this, but maybe it lays a blueprint for the way people
Can hide out.
That's right. In Canberra, Australia, and I don't know if Huddletron has ever been to Canberra, Australia.
I have not.
Okay. 2 fishermen have rescued a naked fugitive, Harrison Ford, who they found sitting on a tree branch in Australian crocodile habitat.
Is this the new plot of Crocodile Dundee?
It should be. If it isn't, it should be. It's a crocodile done don't if it ain't.
Right.
Naked in crocodile
That's not a
infested
penis.
water. Yeah, this is a penis. Naked in crocodile infested waters. Feels like you want to get caught.
And not by the police.
That's right. Can we call this a suicide? Is that what we can? May we?
Is it Australian jackass? I mean, is he a danger seeker? Who
Maybe.
is a daredevil?
Well, hold on. We're going to get into this. Cam Faust said Wednesday he and his fellow recreational fisher. Is that what you're calling? This is your fishing buddy. A fellow.
It's just a guy who I go up and we fish and we have sex with each other.
That's
and
it.
none of our wives don't know. He's
And
my
when
fellow
he's-
recreational fisher.
And when he's dead, I will sniff his clothing. That's it.
Why is that a bad thing?
Fellow recreational fisher. Why is that such a big thing? Does he want to be helped? And do you help this guy? So they found him. They were setting crab traps from their digging.
They found Luke Voskrzynski.
Yeah.
That's
All
the
right?
guy's name.
Look, they're
Voskrzynski.
setting traps for crabs. Now you're going to find a guy who probably has crabs. Good luck.
True.
You caught the crabs, but not the ones you wanted.
And they helped him. Does he want to be helped?
That's right.
Does he want to be helped?
Voskrzynski, who was covered in mud, cuts, and insect bites. I said mud, cuts, and coconut butts. Had explained that he had been lost for 4 days, survived by eating snails, and had used his clothes for bits and pieces over the way. I don't even understand what that means. Is this the new season of Alone?
Or more appropriately, Naked and Afraid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or Naked and Alone. Or Alone and Afraid. I don't know what it is.
Let's
It's
create
probably
a
all
show.
of those things.
I've watched so much Alone that I could say he probably should have spent more time on his fishing lines.
And
Right?
got
Gotta
to lock
get below
down those
those lines.
snares, dude. Got to check those snares daily. Fox is going to take what you catch in that snare. You made the right catch, but something else took it from you.
Cam Faust said, it didn't make sense to us, referring to the explanation for his nudity. I love that everything else made sense to him,
Right.
except the nudity.
Right.
Naked,
Found a guy hiding out in the bush.
naked guy showing his bush in the bush. He had a nest up in the tree, just like a human being would make a nest in a tree.
A freaking nest, and that didn't bother you? That wasn't a symbol that this guy's
No,
nuts?
the only thing that bothered him was
Naked.
the nakedness.
Yeah,
Okay?
like he's a blue heron. He's got a nest in the
Nobody
tree.
thinks you're gay
This
except
guy's
for...
got a blue heron up in the tree. He's like a goddamn
We're not
bird.
talking about a nest heating and cooling system, although if he put that in, you got to get this guy credit.
Guy's flying north for the winter.
Maybe. He's in Australia. Don't they fly the opposite direction? The toilets go in
And
the
it is
opposite
the
direction.
summer. I think he got naked because he was so hot.
He flew north in the winter because the winter is their hot months.
Correct.
I have no idea. He was laying a meter, which is 39 inches, about 3 feet and 3 inches above the water where there were crocs in the water. So he has done well to survive. Has he?
Now, are we talking about croc? They say crocs. So is it crocodiles or the rubber clogs that chefs wear?
Both are terrifying and both are awful.
And both signify the end of your life,
Yeah, just ask Mario Batali.
folks.
He was 3 feet above the water, 3 feet high and rising. Or as the crocodiles put it, low-hanging fruit.
Yep.
I love how much corporate speak crocodiles use, right, Jay?
Yeah, they're kind of, hey, we're just trying to drain the swamp
Hey,
here, guys.
it's low-lying fruit. Just reach up and grab. No need to boil the ocean on this one, boys.
No need to boil the ocean is the greatest corporate phrase ever uttered.
Like, I guess that means don't. It's a fool's errand to make.
No, we don't need to
copies
do so much work
for these people.
Just do a little. Like a little goes
we'll
a long
get
way.
the job with a tiny
bit
one
of-
sheet. We don't have
Right.
to go through a whole presentation. That's what the Crocs are saying with this guy. We're going to eat this dude. but just Joyner said that his friends hesitated before bringing Voskresensky on board. Yeah, that I would hesitate, wouldn't you?
Let this crazy cut up bloody guy in the boat, or let him, call for help when you go back. That's what I would be like. Hey, you've been up here for a while. We're going to go back and get some help for you. Why would you ever invite that crazy psycho in your boat?
If he said, "Can you guys help me out?" I would just say, "New boat, who dis?"
Yeah. Sorry.
He'll get it.
New boat.
You have to allow for the fact that he may be a crocodile in disguise. He's
or an
naked.
alien.
No,
no. This is where aliens would land and enter our Earth's atmosphere. A guy, from another universe, doesn't quite understand how necessary it is to have clothes on, because maybe where he's from, they don't, or she, or whatever gender it is, they don't have clothes. So it's not shocking for him to be naked hanging over crocodiles because he's an alien.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get these guys, the fishing, just recreational fishing partners, their description of it, because you don't know who's the dumbest person in this story. All right, so we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after this little break. Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Thank you to everyone who came out for the live Dumb People Town this past weekend.
Oh, it was so much fun with Zach Galifianakis.
Baby. Zach Galifianakis and John Paul White. How amazing were they? Thank you for coming out to that. And we announced who our guests are going to be on February 27th, that Saturday night.
This is very exciting. We're going to announce it right now.
Jack Black and Open Mike Eagle. Oh my God, dude. JB.
This will be an epic episode of Dumb People Town. JB's never done the show. He's always wanted to.
And we got him.
We finally got him locked in. If you want to see Jack Black up close and personal on a Zoom in your living room, get your tickets for the new live Dumb People Town.
Go to eventbrite.com, look up live Dumb People Town. This one's going to sell out. It's going to sell out fast and furious. So again, February 27th, Saturday night, 6:30 p.m. West Coast time, 9:30 Eastern. Jack Black and the great Open Mike Eagle. He released an album this past year that was incredible.
It's his best one yet, and it was one of the best rap albums of the year.
Definitely.
He will rap his version of our theme song. It'll be fantastic.
I'm so
You're going to love it.
So check that out. Let's jump into this Let's
get back into the story. So they see this naked guy hanging a meter, 3 feet over these crocodiles, and then their rationale for picking up these two fishing buddies, their rationale for picking him up.
I just love the discussion that happened between these guys. This is a quote. Once we had seen how bad he was and how many cuts he had all over him, and he was dehydrated and pretty weak, we thought we'd better get him in the boat. I love that these guys, for a second,
they were like, if he's not dehydrated, then I don't know if we're going to get him in the boat.
We'd leave him there, right?
He's pretty cut up.
He's covered with a lot of insect bites and mud.
He's naked.
He looks like he's lying on a branch only 3 feet above crocodile-infested waters. But you know what?
He looks pretty hydrated.
He looks like he had 64 ounces of water.
I love that dehydration was the thing. That was the thing that put him over the top.
I can't handle seeing anyone who hasn't had the appropriate amount of
This guy's really in trouble. This guy's really in trouble. Let's rescue him. But wait, I don't know. He looks kind of hydrated.
Yeah, let's leave him. He'll be fine. Someone else can get him when he's more dehydrated. Quote, we thought he might have just had a big night after New Year's and got lost and done himself a mischief in the bush. Mischief in the bush sounds like a sexual charge that Harvey Weinstein was.
Criminal mischief in the bush.
One bit of mischief in the hand is worth
a whole lot of mischief in the bush.
I think
so. I think that's the saying.
Let's get back to what these guys think happened to the guy when they rolled up on him. So we thought he just had a crazy New Year's Eve. That's what we saw this
and
guy.
And then he wound up naked in the bush.
I mean,
you go out on New Year's Eve and you're in Sydney and you're just revving it up.
You get wasted. You stumble home. You can't get an Uber.
You don't want to pay the surge pricing.
That's a big issue right now. And then you just wander out in the bush.
Well, you do a bunch of cocaine first. And
that's
then
right.
You just
wander out in the bush, get naked, make a nest 3 feet and 3 inches above crocodile-infested waters in the bush.
Can crocodiles jump? I feel like they could easily get up and get that.
I think they can, yeah. Faust said he stripped to his underwear and handed Voskresensky his shorts and a beer as the trio made their way back to Darwin.
So this is kind of the opposite of a hold my beer moment.
This is a have my beer moment.
Take it.
Generosity instead of aggression. I love it. This is how Australia works, guys. And by the way, this is how an Australian thinks. Do you understand? He looks dehydrated and disoriented, possibly injured.
Definitely close to death.
Get him a beer.
Give this guy a beer.
Give him a beer.
Need a beer?
Looks like he needed a beer, although he was in a bad way. Although?
How about because he was in a bad way, he needed a beer?
Although that means everybody in Australia at all times looks like they need a beer.
No matter how messed up they look.
Babies.
Yeah.
Babies look like they need a beer.
crying baby. It's like that baby looks like he needs a beer.
Dead people. Give him a Foster's. An ambulance was waiting at Darwin, a Darwin boat ramp when they arrived. By the way, Darwin. Can we just say the fact?
The irony of the fact that this guy was taken to a Darwin hospital and he's like the representation of the devolution of the human.
That's right.
Kind.
They were going to administer. I bet the ambulance comes up. They're going to administer CPR. And as soon as the ambulance gets there, you give the ambulance drivers a beer.
These guys need a beer. And this guy needs another beer before we give him CPR.
Voskresensky was taken to a Darwin hospital. He was placed under police guard and he was treated for exposure. Again, I can't imagine. Like maybe this hospital, because it's in Darwin, says this guy's too weak to survive. Let him go.
Yeah.
This guy, he's not going to survive.
Right.
Let's just natural selection. Don't
Get
give
him
him
out
the
of here.
stuff. He's out of here, right?
Yeah.
It's Australia.
Yes.
Or give an IV full of beer. Stat.
Give him some beer.
Police said Voskresensky who had been free on bail after being charged with armed robbery, multiple aggravated assaults, deprivation of liberty. I wonder whose charge that was logged by. Probably everyone he's ever dated.
Yeah.
And armed robbery, aggravated assault. Still feeling good about giving this jerk off your shorts and a beer? Jesus Christ.
I don't say this often, but feed him to the crocs.
I wanted the crocodiles to get
Give them something for their trouble, right? It's
Okay.
not because that's not really capital punishment when you think
Leave
of it.
them in the nest, or
That's
as we
more
like,
that's like letting nature take its course.
leave them in the nest, or as we like to call it, the crocodile bowl.
Right, but there's not that. How little is the cleanup on that?
It kind of does sound like he had a crazy New Year's. Now that I'm thinking about it, his New Year's Eve was nuts.
Yeah.
But he had cut off his electronic monitoring device. So he had like an ankle
Right.
bracelet, and he
Right.
cut that thing off. Because he was hospitalized, he was excused from attending court on Tuesday.
Wait. It said Faust said he decided against visiting the guy in hospital after discovering he had been wanted by the police. You should
have thought about that.
You should probably ask for your beer back too, bro.
Exactly.
Although this is the kind of fishing story that guys will be telling for years and years. It is the deadliest catch.
Yeah. Hey, we caught an Australian naked dumbass.
They're rare, but if you get them out of their nests and you can coax them into the boat and you can give them a beer,
They're yours for life.
this week we caught about a 190 pounder.
Yeah, we caught one this far from the crocodiles.
There you go.
And that is a show.
There
That's
you go.
how we do it, you guys. We're back in the saddle on our birthday, even though this is dropping on
Happy
the 18th.
birthday, Ren.
Happy birthday, Jay. Please, dear God, let our society survive for us to have another birthday next year, and hopefully that one will be with much
Yes,
more people.
we are doing this before the inauguration, but lots of things could happen by next week. So we're
never
hoping
know.
that the world is still intact as this drops.
We love you guys. Stay connected, stay protected, don't be infected.
This
Wear a
is
mask.
not a hoax.
But we got the jokes, and we love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
La-ti-da, la-ti-da-ti-da-ti-da, la-ti-da.